Welcome back, guys. Coming up, we find out how pee can affect your life for the worse, and I visit a planetarium.
And I catch up with Onehunga crew. RES, we're gonna get it.
I told you to stop mucking around.
Oh.
Yeah! Shout, sister.
Burn, ice, crystal meth, pure, pee. Yup, methamphetamine, a drug that is now the most lethal yet most sought after drug on the streets of Aotearoa. But how has it gotten this way, and more importantly, how is it affecting our people? It begins with getting high, but that's where the problem starts. This is Sarah Halatutavaha from TUPU, who works with families, people affected by pee. Sarah, how long has pee been in New Zealand?
I suspect it's been around for quite some time, but my first experience working with people using pee started when I first started at TUPU Services back in 2002.
Right.
So that's when I was first exposed to it, yeah.
In your experience,
Sure.
what are the change in behavioural patterns with people going on pee?
So when they're on pee, they have a loss of appetite, this hyperactive, constantly talking, doing things, moving around a lot. When you take pee, it releases a whole lot of dopamine, you know, that feel good and that feeling confident and all that. So what happens when you take the pee away, the body was relying on that dopamine to make itself feel good, that experience of pleasure. So it becomes very tempting to go back and use pee again because it's going to make them feel better and feel good.
In your experience, how does it affect Pacific Island families?
What we know, and certainly from my own experience, Pacific families are really close-knit. The whole family unit is like a sense of growing together and moving together. Yeah. When someone in a Pacific family uses pee, it's a breakdown of the whole family unit. That could be worse than the pee use itself, the fact that the family unit's broken down, because that's been their strongest link of their sense of self-worth and their sense of belonging.
So if we know someone that's on pee, how do we help them? How does it work?
It's just the manner in which you approach that person. So talking to that person when you think that they're in a place where you can talk to them, like they're quite calm, they're on their own. Part of how they get to come to our service is that they actually acknowledge that there is something there that needs looking at, you know, like the pee use. So just getting them to that point would just be awesome.
So it's not about forcing people into stopping, it's about supporting them into stopping.
The nature of your relationship is not defined through drugs. It's built on, you know, trust and love and all those things. So if you're coming from that place, then you've got a really, you know, just an awesome chance of just getting them to approach a service like ours or phone the alcohol and drug line.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for a lot of insightful information. Now, who better to find out more about this than someone that's actually been through it and come out the other side clean? Let's go meet him. Guys, meet Tony Harrison, a recovered methamphetamine addict. Tony, how long had you been on pee for?
I was on pee for about 5 years. And it just started off with dibbling and dabbling, and then a friend came along and invited me to try something different. We started burning some pee, and I tried it a couple of times, and after that I started hunting it down.
How many times after you tried it did you realise that you were hooked?
Not many. It doesn't take much. The enhancement that it gives you is just so incredible. You tend to be able to function better. You tend to want to work longer hours.
Yep.
And in the end, of course, the sleep deprivation just comes into it. So you think you're functioning fairly well yourself, but you know, from your mates are telling you that, hey bro, you better slow down. Whatever you're doing, you don't look too good. You know, a few years down the track, I was short of money, and I'd borrow money off family and friends and lie about it, and say that I was in trouble and I needed money, but it was ready to really, to support my addiction. Yeah. It was like being in a steel cage. Somebody had locked the door, and there was just no way out. You just got to have that drug. And of course, like all addictions, the more you smoke, the more you need to keep going.
So it just takes over.
It just completely took over me. And then, when a couple of mates came along and said, look, you don't do something about it, we'll do something about it for you. We're not going to watch you kill yourself. By this time, my business was almost completely bankrupt. I owed heaps of money.
So how did you get from that point to where you are today?
I actually turned to my family and asked for help. They put me under a 3-month surveillance, 24/7. They had groups of them came in and helped me to get clean enough to get into an anonymous treatment centre, which I attended in Auckland and did a course down here.
Yeah.
Turned my whole life around. Once I actually got into the treatment centre, I was there for 2 weeks and thought they were all completely mental. there's nothing wrong with me, this place isn't for me. After I'd been there for a month, I realised that the only problem that Tony Harrison had was Tony Harrison, was myself. I realised that you've got to get straight, you've got to get help. And once I started accepting it, I was able to deal with the issues around it. You need as much strength as you can possibly get to fight addiction, especially methamphetamine addiction. So yeah, your family's vital.
What would you say to people out there that are probably going to get offered some in this weekend?
Not even once. Don't even go there once.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, mate.
What a strong and difficult journey. If you do know someone that is on P, do check out the website below. And remember, everyone, not even once.
Oh, mad story also. Now, from a bad P to a good P. Prizes!
This week we have a compilation CD featuring RES and this Microsoft Live Cam so that you can speak with your family back in Samoa.
Now, all you got to do to win these honeys is log on to our website and tell us what suburbs Sam met up with RES in.
Coming up, Mike goes to the planetarium.
And I catch up with those RES boys in Onehunga.
You're not supposed to tell them the answer, Sam!
That's where I'm going. Onehunga!
See you